Welcome to the Heidi Thorne Show. I'm your host, Heidi Thorne, and in this podcast, I share my real-world self-publishing and small business experience with you. Before we get started, I just want to remind you to like, comment, share, follow, and subscribe. Now let's get on with today's show. As she looked at her book's product page on Amazon, a new traditionally published author asked me what the Amazon bestseller rank means. Did it tell her anything about how many sales were being made? Why are sales rankings always changing? When it says only 2 books left, what does that mean? Though this author was traditionally published, many self-published authors also struggle with these questions. So let me explain what all these confusing numbers mean for authors. It really all starts with getting your author profile on Amazon's Author Central. Whether you're traditionally or self-published, you can claim your author profile on Amazon Author Central. After your identity and claim to book titles are verified, you'll be able to do the following. You can establish an author profile page on Amazon where you can post your bio, videos, and links to your blog or podcast RSS feed. You can access reports for Amazon bestseller rank and NPD Bookscan rankings. I'll explain those in a little bit. You can see the most recent customer reviews for your books without having to go to the Amazon product pages to see them. The author who contacted me said she was checking the numbers, which I presumed was the Amazon bestseller rank, 1,000,000 times a day. Dear authors, please don't do this. Let me explain why. For the Amazon bestseller rank, sometimes referred to as BSR, the lower the BSR number, the higher you rank. Note that for your Kindle editions, your BSR shown on Author Central is for paid books, meaning it doesn't include any free Kindle book promotions that you're doing. Also, note that this number tells you nothing about the number of books sold. Your book's bestseller rank is a constantly moving target. According to the Amazon customer service documentation as I'm posting this, the Amazon bestsellers calculation is based on Amazon sales and is updated hourly to reflect recent and historical sales of every item sold on Amazon. Let me emphasize hourly. With hourly updates, your bestseller rank could vary widely and wildly within the span of just one day. So unless you have the iron emotional stamina of a stock market day trader, basing the evaluation of your book's success on Amazon's bestseller rank doesn't help your physical or mental health. Here's something that freaks out authors. Your bestseller rank can improve, sometimes dramatically, without you selling even one more book. Or it can decline dramatically even if you're making a lot of sales because there may be a flood of sales for other competing titles. This is because bestseller rank is a calculation based on both recent and historical sales in comparison to other books. Though KDP support documentation says that recent activity is weighted heavily in these calculations. I could not confirm on Amazon documentation if Kindle Unlimited KENP page reads impact your bestseller rank. What's confusing is that KDP says sales ranking is based on activity. So are Kindle Unlimited reads considered activity? Logically, it seems like they might be, but only Amazon knows. In case you're wondering, no, we don't have an exact formula Amazon uses to calculate bestseller rank. Like Google, they are not going to share that to prevent gaming of the system. Since bestseller rank is a metric over which you have zero control, you should have zero worries over it. Let's look at reports on Author Central for my book, Swag, How to Choose and Use Promotional Products for Marketing Your Business. On this particular day, it shows that the Kindle edition is down 59,507 spots from yesterday. In checking that same title on another day, The Kindle store sales rank had worsened into the 800,000 range. The Amazon bestseller rank really tells you nothing. Something to also note is that your book title will have a separate bestseller rank for books, which are print books, Kindle store, and Audible audiobooks. On the formats and editions drop-down box next to your title on Author Central, you can choose which format's bestseller rank you want to view. Sales rank can vary dramatically from edition to edition. Looking at mine, I have a rank in the high 600,000 range for Kindle, 2.5 million range for the paperback edition, and in the 300,000 range for the audiobook. Again, this tells you nothing valuable. You can also click on the View Historical Sales Rank link in each of your titles on Author Central. And you can see the changes in your bestseller rank over time for that title and format. Let's again look at my book Swag, which I first published in 2011 and then moved it to KDP in 2014. Looking at the graph of the bestseller rank of the Kindle edition of that book, for the period of 2014 to 2022, my highest bestseller rank was in 2017 at about 2,844. That's pretty high, and that was 3 years after I published it on KDP. But it swings wildly from that high point to rankings down in the millions. On your book's listing on Author Central, you'll see a link that says See Category Rankings on Amazon. This will send you to your book's product page on Amazon for that format that you're viewing at the moment. You'll need to scroll down to product details to see your book's ranking in topic categories and subcategories for each format. This is where you'll see how your book ranks in comparison to other books in your genre or topic. This is a more valuable ranking than the placement in the overall bestseller rank. Amazon shows where your book ranks highly within a few of the most popular categories. Again, looking at my book title Swag, my rankings within categories are pretty good for Kindle. It currently ranks in the top 1 to 3,000 range. That's not too bad considering when I search for these categories on Amazon Kindle store, I noted that there are 20,000 plus Kindle titles on advertising and 50,000 plus titles on Kindle for marketing. And those are my chosen categories when I self-published on KDP. And for a book I published in 2014, again, this is a more useful metric to watch since it relates to books like yours. Though category rankings provide more insight, they are also updated hourly, are calculated by some mystery formula, and can swing wildly. So while you might want to monitor where you rank in your category or genre, don't obsess about it. Something else that freaks authors out is when they see that their book ranks in a category that they or their publisher didn't choose for the book. Amazon and their algorithm robots are constantly matching up buyer interests with products and putting products in front of buyers with high potential for a sale. So your book may rank in categories you might never, ever have considered. For example, I was surprised one day to see that my book on promotional products had ranked in accounting, even though I chose advertising and marketing as categories. I've encountered authors in online author forums who are absolutely devastated or incensed when their books don't rank in the category or subcategories they've chosen. And they've ranked in categories that they didn't choose. The crying and whining and hand-wringing goes, Amazon put my book in the wrong category. They're ready to do battle with Amazon and KDP. So they contact KDP to put their books in the correct categories, or even additional book categories. This is hubris. Remember that Amazon has an unimaginable amount of data on their customers. If Amazon and their robot minions think that they can make a sale, they will show your book to customers with high potential, regardless of what categories you have told them to use. Related note. This is why I found that my Amazon auto-target ads, which let Amazon's algorithms choose the placement for my ads, have done better for me in multiple ad campaigns. In fact, I now have over half of my Amazon ads on auto-target. If indeed your book is showing up in some I mean totally wrong categories, such as true crime novels for your children's picture book, yes, it does warrant contacting Amazon to get that corrected. Self-published authors using KDP would contact KDP support. Authors who self-publish on non-Amazon platforms such as Ingram Spark should contact that platform's customer service to resolve. Traditionally published authors need to contact their publisher or agent about the problem and let them get that handled with Amazon. Non-Amazon self-published authors and traditionally published authors shouldn't even bother trying to contact Amazon about these category problems, since these authors are not working with Amazon directly. Next to your Amazon bestseller rank on your book product page, you'll likely see a link for Top 100. This Top 100 shows you the top 100 selling books. This list is also constantly being updated. To place in the top 100 paid titles is an accomplishment, even though it might be fleeting. There are actually multiple top 100 lists. There's the top 100 paid, the top 100 free, and top 100 in each category. This is where many self-published authors start playing bestseller games. They may rank in the top 100 free in some obscure niche category or subcategory, and then they tell their fans that they are a bestseller. I'll call shenanigans on that. Giving away your book on a free Kindle book promotion is not a sale. It's a promotion. It's like saying, we have a top-selling ad. Your chances as a new or niche author in the top 100 overall would be miraculous, but you may end up in the top 100 for your niche subcategory. But realize that this will last maybe for an hour or a day. I'd feel like a phony if I told people I was a bestseller, even though technically I was for only an hour. So what is this NPD Bookscan? In addition to the reports of Amazon bestseller rank on Author Central, you can also see rankings for NPD Bookscan. NPD is a marketing research company that collects extensive survey data of retail, including the book retail industry. As noted on Author Central, NPD Bookscan estimates they report 85% of all retail print book sales. NPD Bookscan reports book print sales, unit sales from book retailers including Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Target, Walmart, Costco, independent bookstores, and more. Unlike sales rank, this is an actual sales number. It also backs out returns that retailers send back to the publisher or distributor. What's not included in the NPD Bookscan report are sales to libraries, pre-orders, wholesale sales to distributors such as Ingram, and Amazon FBA or Fulfillment by Amazon sales. Also not included in NPD Bookscan are ebook sales, Kindle ebook or otherwise. For both traditional and self-published authors, NPD Bookscan reports give you a picture of print book sales across retail channels. However, more detailed sales data is usually available through the self-publishing platform you use or your publisher or agent. if you're traditionally published. Okay, so let's address the only 2 books left situation. I have not been able to determine whether Amazon genuinely has only 2 books in stock when an only 2 books left notice appears on a book product page. Though it could be a tactic to encourage quick sales due to scarcity, I think it's a much more complex issue than that. Print books that are self-published on Amazon's Kindle Direct Publishing are technically never out of stock since they can be printed on demand at an Amazon facility. But for authors using non-Amazon self-publishing platforms or traditionally published authors, genuine warehousing of books may be done. According to non-Amazon self-publishing platform BookBaby, Amazon's goal is to maintain 2 weeks of inventory of a title in a warehouse so they can stay in stock. For wide distribution of traditionally published books, they could be inventoried at multiple Amazon locations. For low sales volume self-published books that are published on non-Amazon, non-KDP platforms, or even slow or low selling traditionally published books, it's difficult to say. Your book availability can vary by location too. I've had questions from multiple non-KDP, non-Amazon authors who are frustrated with the availability issue. Sometimes their print books are showing as not available, which can prevent their readers from ordering through Amazon. The bottom line for non-KDP, non-Amazon authors, whether they're traditionally or self-published, is that you have no real control over the availability situation. It is a problem between Amazon and your non-Amazon publishing partners. If you or your readers are experiencing availability difficulty, your only recourse is to let your traditional publisher or agent or non-Amazon self-publishing platform resolve the problem. Even though you're the author, you are not a party to the distribution and warehousing arrangement. So it's a waste of your time and energy to contact Amazon. But I would say this, don't let your traditional publisher or your agent or your non-Amazon, non-KDP self-publishing platform dismiss your availability concerns. Continue to contact your representatives at these companies or your agent if you have one, until a solution is found. Remember, though, that a host of post-pandemic global supply chain issues are plaguing the printing and retail industries. So any availability issues may not be quickly resolved. I hope you found this helpful. And if you did, please rate, review, and subscribe to The Heidi Thorne Show on whatever podcast app you like to use. I'm on all the major ones, including Apple Podcast and Spotify. If you like the YouTube video better, you just have to subscribe to my Heidi Thorne YouTube channel and turn on the notification bell so that you get an alert when a new video is up. I would appreciate it if you would share the audio or the video with your friends on social media. My self-published books, which I have published on Kindle Direct Publishing, are available on Amazon, Audible, and Apple Books. All you have to do is go to one of those sites and type in my name, Heidi Thorne, and a list of all of the available titles will show up. If you'd like to connect with me, my website is HeidiThorne.com, and I'm most active on the social channels of Instagram and TikTok at Heidi Thorne. Thank you so much for listening and for your support. I'll look forward to talking with you again in the next episode, and in the meantime, have a great day.